So once upon a time, back in my day, which is the 70s, we had something called Gimp, and I think they still have that now. It's this leather stuff or plastic stuff, and you can make lanyards and things out of it. And those of us that are using paracord also make a lot of the same stitches, but they call them something different nowadays. Now, they're calling this, from what I see online, I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's a Zipper Sinnet stitch, and what you're really doing is very much same as what we used to call the butterfly stitch in the 70s. What that was loops within loops. And this is pretty much the same, except you're going around a core, which is this piece here. And to just kind of show you what that comprises of, you have the loop, the main loop, which is this, and this is going to go through here, and around and come through here, and what you can see is it's a loop that goes, this loop has gone into this loop, except you're going around a core. So that's what makes this so different. It makes it fatter, it makes it more interesting. But back in the day, we just had the butterfly stitch, and what that was just a loop in a loop. And some of you might know this and don't even realize this is the same thing. But if I just put the loop in the loop without going around the core, and then the next loop right in that loop without going around the core, and I just kept going like this without even dealing with the core and just pretending that it doesn't exist. So I'm just going to go loop into loop, into loop, into loop, and just keep going that way. And this is how we did it with Gimp. We didn't work around a core. It made it a little more, it made it easier, at least to realize it. And then again, loop into loop. Very easy. There's one side of the loop that is one that you can tighten, and the other side is stationary. So what you're going to get, as you can see, as I'll zoom in to show you, is you're getting the same effect, as you can see by this piece that's burgeoning off of the original. It's got the same braided effect as the piece that goes around the core, but it's just done without a core. And to start it, it's just a simple slip knot, but because it's made this way, it's easy to just take out. You just do that and it's out. And it really is just a plain old slip knot. One side is stationary and one side moves. So this is the stationary side, and this side moves. So you put one piece in and you tighten the side that moves. And then the side that moves, you put that in, and on the other side, it moves. And then you put a side in, and one side moves, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and so on and so on. So for those of you that are having trouble with the Zipper Sinnet knot, or however you pronounce it, us old folks don't know that stuff, that is how it is. And I think it's a little easier to perceive once you see it put in that kind of context, if that's what you're used to. So just thought I'd pass that along. We called it the butterfly stitch, so if you're having trouble with this and you remember the butterfly stitch, just remember it's the same darn thing, except you're going around a core. So you make your loop, you put it in there, you go around the core, you come out the other side, and the loop is there, and then you just tighten, and then et cetera, et cetera. You just keep going. So I hope that helps.